Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I did a live video, so I just I have to do something today. I've been so occupied with a lot of activities, but just so that I have you guys in mind. And today I'm going to talk about something very important to your dream or your goal of studying abroad, and that has to do with your SOP. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I talked about how to get fully funded scholarships abroad, right? And I specifically focused on the United States and Canada. And we did all that. If you haven't watched that video yet, I suggest you go back and watch the video before you come back to watch this, okay? So that you have sort of like a flow, okay? So today we're going to dive in deep into the concept of statement of purpose, personal statement, or what we call SOP, right? Yeah, if you've been trying to apply to universities across the world, especially in North America and Europe, you must have definitely heard about the word SOPs because I think that's what makes or breaks your application, in my opinion, right? In addition to your GPA and your grades, right? SOP is like the next best thing. The SOP is your chance to sell yourself, right? Like I always tell people, your grades are static, your CV is what it is, right? But your SOP is your opportunity to speak to the graduate admissions committee, right? To tell them why they should, give you a chance. Who you are, first of all, your SOP tells them about who you are, what you've done, and gives them like sort of an insight into why they should give you a chance and why you think you'll succeed in their program. So it's very important that you put in a lot of effort into writing your SOPs, right? I'm going to demonstrate live how an SOP should be like. But I advise that you don't write your SOP in 2 hours or 1 hour or in 40 minutes. I don't know how long this video will be, right? But I would suggest that I would advise you to put in a lot of time and effort into writing your SOP and going over it all over again, so that it will feel like you, it will be you, without errors, because that's what it has to be. Errors just send a lot of mixed signals. You understand? So I don't want this video to be too long. I want it to be just right so that you'll be able to get the main ingredients at the shortest possible time, right? So I'm going to dive right in and share my screen, open a new Google folder so that we can be able to do some magic, right, together. Are you ready? Yeah, sure. Of course you're ready. I've probably ever asked that you're ready. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Just give me a moment to do that. Now, as I do that, I want you to understand that grad school applications are like a full-time job, right? It's very important that you understand this. Grad school application are like a full-time job. You have to be able to put in the time and effort it needs to be successful, okay? Very important, very important. So I want to share my screen right now. Right. Okay. I'm sure you can see my screen already. Yes, of course you should be able to see my screen already. Yeah, so I'm good. I did sort of like a selector framework of this in previous videos. I talked about gaining admission and scholarship in the United States and in Canada, right? But today I'm going to give you a proper framework, right? So this is what I believe is going to, help you succeed, right? I'm going to do this disclaimer here. I'm not a part of any admissions committee, right? So what I'm just saying is just my opinion and what I think they look out for, okay? So, and please do not copy the words I use here, because admission committees all over the world do not entertain plagiarism, right? So, and I personally do not entertain plagiarism. So I would advise that you write your SOP by yourself and make it your own, okay? Awesome. So now that I've said all that, I have to, let's get down to business. So your SOP should have about 5 paragraphs, in my opinion. Yeah, 5 paragraphs should do the trick. Or if you want to go extra, 6 paragraphs is just fine. So I'm going to tell you what these paragraphs, individual paragraphs, should look like and what they should include. So let's just start. So now, if you see me looking down here, it's because I am typing, okay? I want to make everything work. All right, so your first paragraph. So first paragraph should, okay, so I say this paragraph should introduce you and your passion for whatever it is that you acknowledge to be your driving force for grad school. Right. So now that I've said this, I have to explain. Grad school is not like undergraduate, right? I mean, undergraduate is sort of like generalistic, right? So everybody just needs to just like, oh, I have to go to school to get this degree and all that kind of stuff. So grad school is a step higher, right? You have to be able to have a genuine reason, not really a genuine reason, a strong reason, a propelling reason why you intend to do what you want to do. So your first paragraph is that place where you tell them about this reason, about why you are driven to go to grad school. So this is where you sell yourself. This is where you become all you can be. So yes, this is where you do that. So I'm gonna go and give sort of like my own version of what I think should be here. Please, again, do not copy the words that are here because grad schools, admissions committees around the world do not entertain plagiarism. Okay, so I can say that. Okay, let's say I want to write an SOP. Let's say I want to study computer science, an MSc in computer science, right? A master's degree in computer science, good. And let's use University of XYZ, for instance, right? Oh no, yeah, let's use University of Georgia, my university. Yeah, I love my school so much. But again, this video is not about University of Georgia, please. These are my opinions generally, my personal opinions, not out of the university. Okay, let's say I want to study computer science at the University of Georgia. So I'm going to do something here. All right. Since let's say, yeah, or let's talk about, yeah, that's fine. Since the advent of COVID-19 in 2020, the world has experienced a shift to the online space. More and more companies are encouraging remote work, and a lot of employees now enjoy or not no, now look forward to working from home. This shifts, more like again, this shift. Again, I'm writing this straight from my head. I'm not looking at anything, so sometimes I'm going to take some pauses, right? This shift has brought about new challenges in the world, such as increased cyber attacks an increase in the demand for IT services and IT services and what should I use that? And expertise. Okay. Now this is something that I'm basing my my reason on. So I'm saying that I want to study computer science because I've seen that there's an increased demand for IT services and expertise, right? So naturally, I want to get trained to be able to meet that need, right? So you can see the flow. Okay. So I desire to undertake my master's degree in computer science at the University of Georgia to enable me in the requisite skills and knowledge needed to provide commensurate IT support to companies and end users worldwide. Amazing stuff. First paragraph is done, right? And again, you can follow a different pattern, right? It's all up to you. You just have to understand that the aim of this paragraph is to introduce yourself and tell them why you are passionate about what you're passionate about, right? So this has given them a sense of like, okay, this person cares about this and wants to provide solutions to this. Awesome. So you can, whatever your field is, social work, engineering, whatever your field, mathematics, statistics, education, whatever your field is, you have to give a reason why you're passionate about that field, right? So this is an example of such, of such a passionate reason. So please do not copy these words. I'm emphasizing it because we do not tolerate, by we I mean myself and other scholars, other educators, admission committees worldwide do not tolerate and entertain plagiarism. So use your own words, please use your own words. And you can see it's not difficult, right? I'm doing straight from my head. There's nothing here. So yes, you can do it too, right? Awesome. So now that you're done with the first paragraph, also you can add to this to make it, give you more flesh, talk more about that. What, is very important that you should do that, okay? Very important. So now, second paragraph. This should be about your educational background. Okay? Educational background, undergraduate research or work experience. Right. Again, if you are seeing University of Georgia there on the SOP, I am not a representative of the school. I just use that for example purposes only. Please, thank you. All right, so the second paragraph there should be about your educational background, your research experience, that's another research experience, or your work experience. Okay, so I'm saying research or work experience because if your program accepts individuals from different fields and have different requirements, they should fall either between your work experience and your research experience. Okay. So if you're going for a thesis-based program, naturally they will require you to have some level of research experience, right? If you're going for a program that also is a thesis-based program, but collects, should I say, accept applicants from different backgrounds, so your work experience can also count, right? Also, programs that require work experience, for example, like an MBA, right? Yeah, so those programs require you to have work experience. So you can talk about your research slash work experience in this field, right? Obviously, this should be relevant to what you're talking about, and you should, put it in a way that shows that. So let me make an attempt to answer this part. Okay. So I am a graduate of the University of XYZ in Nigeria. Okay. I studied okay, for my bachelor's of science. Okay. Bachelor of Science degree in computer science under great academic conditions. I was able to, study courses like, talk about maybe just something simple, programming, what you actually have experience in. Please do not lie. If you lie, you'll be caught, because your first semester in school will most likely be a probationary semester, and if you don't do what you say you can do, I don't know what to say about that. Programming, JavaScript. I know programming is JavaScript, but just from my head, so I don't mean. Right. Programming, JavaScript, information security, data science, and others, right? I it's the hurdle and rigor of the program by being focused and determined to become a computer scientist in the future. Hence my desire to obtain a master's degree in the field. And these courses would serve as relevant prerequisites for my study. Again, you're also telling them that your undergraduate education is sufficient for your desire to move into a master's degree program, right? So they're not going to admit you because you said you because you desire to change the world, right? I mean, come on, you have to also show that you have the relevant background experience in that field. So, and this shows that okay, yes, you have been able to take some courses that are similar to those in the program, and to make them want to give you a chance, give you a shot at admitting you. Right. So here you can also talk further and say things like your research experience or your your work experience. You can let's go with research and see. Okay. Um furthermore, furthermore, I uh, I worked with Dr. YWX on my final year projects to examine the application of JavaScript in the detection of fire hazards. Yeah. This is just an example, please. It doesn't have to be close to you, but just to give you a template, right? So this is the research charts, I literally did, right? So that's it, okay? I was able to conclude from my projects that JavaScript is a good programming language to apply for such ideas, right? Therefore, I would recommend that for further studies be carried out on it. For large scale purposes, as my project was limited to my department and facilities. That's sweet. Awesome. You got that. So that is looking beautiful, right? Paragraph. Third paragraph. Third paragraph. So again, you can also add to that in your own version of SOP to make it more, robust, to add more details, to explain your research in details. If you're going for a PhD program, you should talk about your research in details more than this, obviously, right? Talk about what you discovered, your findings, your conclusions, setbacks, and what you intend to do for further studies. Very important stuff, okay? Yeah, very important stuff. So, third paragraph, this is your opportunity to talk about your leadership, and volunteering experience, and other extracurricular activities that you may have been engaged in, in while in school or as an undergrad. Yes. So again, a lot of programs value people that have leadership qualities, extracurricular qualities, volunteering qualities, right? So it may not have to be something huge or extravagant. Anything that you've done can count, right? So if you've served in student organizations like your student union government, your departmental leadership, your anything you've done in school, if you've been able to host, if you're in the US and they have what they call homecoming events, right? So if you're able to host homecoming events in your countries, wherever you're from, anything you're able to do it on campus that contributed to the lives of people being better, and that you didn't collect any form of payment for, would serve the purpose, right? So for the purpose of this example, let me think, what can I use as that? Okay, let me just do something, I did this while I was in school, but so I just want to frame it for this context, right? Due, during my undergraduate studies, I served as the president of the Nigerian Association of Computer Science Students at the University of VPN. Obviously, this is not a real name for university, right? But it's just to give you an example of what to do, right? Right. I was able to organize simple workshops for first year students to introduce them into the culture of the university and ensure they have a smooth integration into the program. Right? Sorry about that. I worked with a team of 6, including my vice president and general secretary. Together, we were able to provide guidance and help for first year students, which ensured they felt at home in the department. Awesome. So your version could be anything else, right? Could be that you volunteered for the Red Cross, right? That's something very good. The Rotary Club, the Jet Club, whatever you did, just say it here and talk about something, maybe the impact of what you did on the student community or the management or anything like that. Okay, it makes a lot of sense to do that, to show that what you did actually mattered. Okay, so yeah. You can also always watch the video again, to get the concept better. Your fourth paragraph now is getting sweeter, right? You can see obviously you can see the progress of the SOP. It's chewable, like it's eatable, it's just delicious, right? It's yummy. You're talking about it in a sequential order, and it makes a lot of sense that way. It's not scattered all over the place, it's making sense to even you that listen to me right now, even though I'm doing, on the fly like this without without actually having to prepare for this beforehand. But you can see that it's very coherent and it makes a lot of sense to you, right? That's how your SOP should make a lot of sense to the admissions committee. Very important. Else, you will not be, you will not be admitted. That's just it. Okay. So the fourth paragraph can talk more about your research interests. Now, your research interest. Yeah. Now, you can here you want to you want to talk about your research interest in alignment to faculty members in the department, because it's not be of use if you want to study data science in computer science, for instance, and there are no professors in the faculty that have a similar interest as you are. They will not admit you, not because you are not good, but because they cannot meet your need. That's it. That's how it works. So if you do not apply for a program that they can for a research, if you're sorry, let me put that again. If your research interest does not align with that of the program or the faculty members, you will not be admitted because they cannot meet your needs and you'll be struggling or you'll not be happy, right? So if you want to do AI, for instance, in computer science, because there's AI as a field separately, but if you want to do AI as a subset of computer science in your research, and there are no professors in that field to do that in that school, you will not be admitted. Okay, that's how it is. So ensure that the universities you're applying to meet your research interests. Okay, and that you can actually do what you can do. You can learn what you can learn, right? Very important. Okay. So, yeah, you can say I went through the university's websites and found Professor EGF and Dr. LKG as people who share similar research interests as I do. I believe that my passion to, provide, what we talked about before, right? Kind of what we talked about before, let me just do something here. Let me go back up. What you said here, what passion is here. Okay, to enable me. Okay, exactly. This is what you said here, that you want to study this program to enable you gain required skills and knowledge to provide commercial IT support to companies and end users, right? So your passion, to provide that support will be met because Professor BGF shares that with you, right? You can see how it works. Okay, I learned my passion to provide commensurate IT support to companies and end users would be met with expertise and professors who can serve as mentors to nurture me into professional maturity. Awesome. You can also always add to that and subtract from that if you want to do that. Okay, see, that's just but this is just to give you a snapshot of what you should do. I'm not writing a full recipe for you. Right. So your fifth paragraph is where you should talk about the university and your goals. So here is where you should talk about why your university you are applying into is actually a good fit for you. Yes. Why is the university a good fit for you? Is it that they're located in a very good environment? Is it that they embrace diversity? Is that they accept a lot of international students, so you not feel left out in the academic environment? Is that they have a lot of professors in your area of interest that it's just you have to just be there to just like learn from them, like you just become an expert in that field, right? So there has to be something or a group of things that are that are attracting you to that school. So you have to make sure that what you're saying makes sense, right? So you know, I desire to study at the University of Georgia. I'm using it because we used it earlier here before, right? We used it here in our first paragraph. So I'm using it again. Please, I'm not a representative of the University of Georgia in any way. I'm just doing this for example purposes only. All right. So it turns out the University of Georgia because of its embrace of diversity and inclusion. Yeah. So you can see from back it up with truth. How do you find out? How did you know that they have? How did you know the University of Georgia embraces diversity and inclusion? How did you know? Is it because of what you read somewhere, or is it because your friend told you, or a student there told you, or something? Just say something to back up your story. Okay. So I'm going to do something here just to back up my story. Remember, this is fictional. I'm not a representative of the school. Right? From my research, and what I saw on the school's website, the international student population accounts for X percent of the total student population. This leads me to believe that the university promotes diversity in the community. Right? Something like this, okay? Okay. Okay, and as someone from outside the outside North America, I believe that having other international students to talk to and make food would boost my confidence during my stay or time in the school. You get something like this, just make it real. It doesn't have to be something so big or so massive, You don't have to lie. Just be truthful, be honest, and you'll be rewarded. Trust me. That's it, okay? So you can talk about your plans, okay? You can talk about your short-term plans, I plan to return to my home country after my studies to undertake a senior role as an IT specialist. And in the long run, or the long run, I desire to set up an IT institute to train employees of companies worldwide. This is an example of a perfect SOP that will fly anytime, any day, anywhere. Not too short, not too long, just perfect. Flow, straight to the point, easy to read, easy to understand, easy to vibrate. Right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen and show my fine face, my handsome face. Right, so I hope that you have been able to get value from this video today. I'm sure it's afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're watching from. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Also, if you need clarification on any aspect of the SOP, just leave a comment on this video. And when I see the comment, I will definitely respond to you and provide feedback as much as I can. Right? Thank you so much. I'm gonna wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye.